Alright, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders, salutations to you brothers teaching in truth and in sincerity. Today I'm going to focus on an article entitled Bill Nye, the Science Guy Says Monsanto GMOs are Awesome. This article is located on yournewswire.com. Let's get into the article. It states Bill Nye, the science guy, should probably think about changing his name to Bill Nye, the GMO guy, after it emerged that the TV science celebrity suddenly changed his skeptical stance on GMOs after he met with a number of Monsanto representatives in 2015. For a number of years, Bill Nye had expressed concern on the safety of GMOs and had publicly expressed skepticism on GMO agriculture and its negative effects on ecosystems. In a 2013 video called Eyes of Nye, he urged the U.S. government to label all GMO products, saying let's farm responsibly, require labels on our foods, and let's carefully test these foods case by case. And here's the video of that white devil before he sold out. However, all of that suddenly changed in 2015 when Nye did a complete U-turn on his opinions surrounding GMOs. Now, according to the scripture, let's see why he changed. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. And this is the point. And a gift destroyeth the heart. Now, Monsanto executives met with Bill Nye, took him in the back room, offered him that briefcase. Okay, now whether or not he was threatened, we don't know, but what we do know for sure is he accepted. That gift in this situation would be him selling out, receiving the perks from the Monsanto representatives. Now, how was his heart destroyed? Now, in the Hebrew, heart actually means mind. Goes into the Hebrew word called lab. And so once he received those perks, those gifts, his mind was destroyed, meaning that that agenda he had prior to 2015, it was demolished because he accepted that gift. Now let's go back into the article. Naturalnews.com reports he met with Monsanto representatives and somehow walked away a believer. He has now become a rabid devotee of GMO agriculture and wants to tell the world about it. And the reason why, because now after he has sold out, he has a following. So he has to take that agenda he received by Monsanto representatives and push that on the masses. Okay? A couple of Nye quotes from a July 2015 Star Talk radio podcast compared to all the other herbicides, glyphosates, pretty benign, which I have done research on and I've decided that's true. I've changed my mind about genetically modified foods. That's the top line. The reason why he changed his mind because he sold the fuck out. The thing is, genetically modified food has no effect on us. But just a couple years ago, prior to 2015, you was talking about food needs to be researched case by case and the importance of responsible farming. That is to say, there's no difference between it and organically raised food. Fucking devil, man. Aside from both of those statements being blatantly false, it's hard to believe these words are coming from the same person who made the above quoted statements about responsible farming just 2 years prior. Nye made another ridiculously fallacious claim in a real time with Bill Maher interview, saying that GMO farming methods put the herbicides and pesticides inside the plant. Now, if you know anything about crops, pesticides and herbicides are there to destroy the locusts. But Yahweh Shem Al Shai has a method set up that the locust eats the bad crop, That's how he preserves the good crop, by sending the locusts to eat the bad crops, rather than spraying it on them, having it run down into the stream. So regardless if Esau sprays it on it or inside the plant, that shit is still getting into your system, which is poison, and it's going to kill you later on. That's a completely false statement, as pointed out by Doug Gurian Sherman and Margaret Mellon of Civil Eats. In the case of herbicides, Na is simply incorrect, and it's an important error to point out. Alright, so we know that this white man is the devil, and you know his soul is not upright in him. That's the way Yahweh Shem Al Shai set it up. Okay, let's go into the second scripture. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord Yahweh by Shem Shai made. Okay, now the serpent, who is the serpent? The serpent is Esau. Alright, and he was more subtle, meaning he was more crafty than any beast of the field. So out of all these other nations that was in the world, this serpent, this fucking red man, was the most crafty man on the earth. Okay, that's all they're saying. And how do we know that this theory is true? Because with the article I just read, Esau is pushing this GMO food to depopulate the world. Okay, I want to focus on the word subtle in the Hebrew. It actually it's actually pronounced as Irahwam. Irahwam. It means subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible. So this man is crafty and sly, man. You know, because everything he does, he sets up on earth is to destroy Jay. All right. Now let's look into the word prudent. Prudent is defined as acting with or showing care and thought for the future. So Esau is only concerned about his future. Why? Because he wants to maintain dominance, and he wants to regain his birthright. Okay, that's the reason why he cares about the future. And a part of his future is eradicating the nation of Israel, and also depopulating the world to 500 million people. All right. Now let's continue. The origin of prudent actually goes into foreseeing. So what is he foreseeing? He's trying to look ahead in order to push his agenda to bring in this NWO, the New World Order, in order to attain that birthright. And the other nations and the people within his nation are considered as collateral damage, man. All right. So back into Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai made. And so the word field, how do we know that that's talking about the world? Because if you go to Matthew 13:38, it states that the field is the world. All right. Last precept. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thy enemy. So regardless if your enemy is trying to befriend you or help you change your tire, buy you a drink, or pick you up or drop you off, you never trust his ass. Don't even take nothing from him, you know. But at the same time, at times you have to use his world and not abuse his world, you know. But you always keep that notion in your mind that the white man is your enemy, you know. So stay away from him. For like as iron rusted, so we know over a process of time, iron will rust. So is his wickedness. So just sit back and watch. You know, soon or later, he's gonna show his true ambition. And regardless of how they try to befriend you and say that Jake or cool, they hate you, man, because you know it's enmity between the woman, which is Israel, and the serpent, man, which goes back to Esau. We just don't get along. It was set up in the spirit. He will always be, our fucking enemy. And regardless of what he pushed, like his legislation, his agenda, anything, never trust that shit. Use his world and not abuse his world. With that, I hope you was edified. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to you brothers teaching and truth and the sincerity. With that, Shalom.